Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Dairy Magazine, reporting to you from the Golden State Dairy Management Conference put on by the UC Cooperative Extension here in Stockton. It's been a great lineup of speakers today. One of them was Nick Clark from the UC Cooperative Extension, a agronomy advisor, who spoke about managing manure nitrogen in corn for dairy feed growers. And here's Nick to give some of the main points of his presentation and some of the latest results.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew. So one of the things that we were looking at was what kind of crop response we'd be getting to nitrogen that comes from manure, but in particular, what we're really interested in is when that nitrogen becomes available to the plant and when the plant needs it. So our study really tried to focus on those two aspects. What I reported on today was just 1 year of preliminary results. So we got a lot of what we expected, which is there's a whole lot of organic nitrogen that resides in the soil in these manured systems that does become available to the corn. So we didn't really see too much of a yield response between different rates this year. We are continuing the study and have plans to take it over the course of several years. So we definitely do plan to start seeing some rate responses. We're just getting into the point now where we're really analyzing how much of the nitrogen is available at what point and at different depths and from where in the soil the plant is utilizing that. So really what we were doing today is presenting the results that we've analyzed so far and then trying to get feedback from a lot of the producers, crop consultants, and then regulatory folks on how we might want to look at those results and what pieces of information would be useful to them in the future.
Now, one of the main reasons that you're doing this is because of the influence of nitrogen leaching into the groundwater system, right? So, in regulations regarding that. So, what advice do you have to dairy producers in the meantime, in managing their nitrogen applications?
I'd have to say that the best advice that I can give to anybody who's growing corn or forages with manure is be as efficient as possible, and that's a I'm chuckling because that's a no-brainer, but the problem is we just don't know how to nail down when nitrogen becomes available from the organic source, which is dominant in manure, and we don't really have very good up-to-date information in California about when the hybrids that we plant demand that nitrogen from the soil. So that's why we're doing this research. We have a lot of support to do it from the industry and from the regulators. Hopefully what comes out of this is data that can support farmers being more efficient. And for me, to support the ag industry, I think it's really important to mention that the other side of the coin in terms of nitrogen use efficiency is about profitability. So I'm always trying to look at ways that a farmer might be able to maximize their dollar with regard to how much nitrogen is applied and how much the plants are utilizing. So that's very important to us in the study as well.
Great. Well, thank you, Nick, for the research, and we look forward to getting more results as years go by.
Yeah.
And read more about it. Stay up to date with it by reading California Dairy Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.